essentially, trucks might have first started off because I kind of left a job that I weren't really happy in, and I kind of remember now looking back on it, my dad sort of said I didn't really know what to go into. I didn't really have anything to go into because it was about sort of working environment that I was involved in. I just wanted to get out. So he said, "What are you good at?" And at the time, I was good at cricket, but I wasn't ever going to become a professional cricket player or professional golfer, unfortunately. But at the time, I really enjoyed cleaning my car. And, every week, I would clean my car. Love spending sort of 2 or 3 hours on a Sunday morning cleaning my car and getting that all nice ready for the next working week. So decided to go ahead and buy a little van. I had an old £500 van to get me started, and a small little jet wash, and started off going around cleaning cars for friends and family. Really, it was the business for the first probably year was just me slowly building a car valeting round. And a lot of in terms of training, I trained myself. I had, I think it was a video or a DVD on like how to clean your car, and I watched that over and over again, trying to pick up as many tips and tricks as I could. And everything that you learn, that I learned in the early days, was kind of just through trial and error. It was seeing what worked, seeing what techniques worked to clean up different things, and just hearing. In the early days, I spent a lot of time working in dealerships as well, so I was spending a lot of time with more experienced valeters and seeing how they did certain processes and certain tips and tricks. But the whole way that we got into doing the trucks was, I think, I was cleaning a car for somebody, a customer that owned a truck servicing business, Glenn. And Glenn, after I did a really good job on his car, he was really happy with it. He turned around and he says, "Oh, do you do trucks?" And at the time, I would take anything. I'd do, I'd do valets on cars. I'd do washes on boats. I did caravans. I did motorhomes. Did absolutely everything just to try and get a bit of revenue in the early days and get a bit of work in. So yeah, I gave it a go and found the process very similar to what cars was. But the really big thing that I liked about the truck business was that if this was repeat work. Trucks are always getting dirty, so every week this particular company wanted 20 car transporters washing. So they wanted 20 car transporters washing every week, and it was game changing for me because I'd gone from having to valet one car every month. I used to do a monthly clean for customers on their car, to then having 20 trucks to wash every week meant that I'd got a consistent kind of income. And in the early days, I was so appreciative of that, but that was probably about a year into the journey I decided to get into that. So after probably a couple of months of doing that particular job, I realised that actually if I can get 10 more of these kind of jobs, I can start employing people and growing the business, which is what I'd always wanted to do. Whereas kind of the car valeting was very personal, should we say. It was almost like I'd go and clean like my uncle's car or family or friends, and I couldn't ever envisage me being able to employ somebody to go and do that sort of stuff with it being so personal. So I just decided to take it down the truck route and went knocking a few doors, handing out a few leaflets, and slowly but surely built up around off the back of that. And then fast forward 12 years and here we are.